Here's a really, really interesting grave. I'm just going to pull it up so you can see. So this is a man named Claude Stanley Choules, the last of the last, 1901 to 2011. Born Pershore in England, died in Perth, Western Australia. His wife, Ethel Sim, died in 2005. Amazing, amazing man. So the story of this is that he was a British-born military serviceman. At the time of his death was the oldest combat veteran of the First World War. He served with the Royal Navy from 1915 until 1926, and then emigrated to Australia and served with the Royal Australian Navy from 1926 till 1956. So he actually served in 2 world wars. So he was the last surviving military witness to the scuttling of the German fleet in Scapa Flow in 1919, and the last surviving veteran to have served in both wars. At the time of his death, he was the 3rd oldest verified military veteran in the world, and the oldest living man in Australia. He was the 7th oldest living man in the world, and became the oldest man born in the United Kingdom following the death of Stanley Lucas in 2010. He died at the age of 110 and 63 days. He had been the oldest British-born man. Following his death, the honour went to the Reverend Reginald Dean. A ship, HMAS Choules, was named after him. How amazing is that? So obviously you've had Harry Patch, the last British Tommy, but this man was actually the last man alive that served in World War I, and he also served in World War II. His wife and him were married for 76 years until her death at the age of 98. He wrote an autobiography, The Last of the Last, which was first published in Perth in 2009, and then a UK edition in 2010. On the 6th of August 2009, although almost blind and deaf, he was still mentally active and gave a television interview. In late April 2010, his daughter reported that his health was declining and he was likely to give no further interviews. He celebrated his 110th birthday in March 2011. In the final years of his life, he resided in Salter Point, a suburb in Perth. He's survived by 3 children, 11 grandchildren, 22 great-grandchildren and 3 great-great-grandchildren. He was given a Navy funeral service in Fremantle on May the 20th, 2011. Guests including the Australian Premier Colin Barnett, Opposition Leader Eric Ripper and Federal Defence Minister Stephen Swift, who gave a reading. On the 13th of December 2011, the former Royal Fleet Auxiliary landing ship, Largs Bay, was recommissioned in the Royal Navy as HMS Choules. The decision to name the ship after him came about because of his status as the last surviving veteran of World War I, the naming recognising the service enlisted sailors as part of celebrations of the Navy's centenary. The ship is only the 2nd vessel to be named after a sailor. Wow. He was the last surviving male veteran of World War I and the last surviving veteran who saw active service. His death left Florence Green, the last surviving veteran, and she died in 2012. Wow. Look at that. The very, very last man to see active service in World War I. Wow, how amazing is that? And when you look at this, no one would know. It says the last of the last, but unless you look and read it, no knows. Like my granddad was in the First World War. He died aged 86 in 1977. This was the very last man alive from World War I. How incredible is that? That's just so amazing. That's just so amazing. I'm sorry, I'm just a bit... Wow. 110. That's twice my age and I feel shattered now. I'm 55. That is so incredible. So that's him and that's his wife. Amazing.